Shang-Chi, Marvel's newest and latest movie. I hear all kind of things. Man, it's going to be dud. It's not going to be good. Man, it's going to be trash. It's going to be garbage. Well, I'm telling you, I went Thursday night. It wasn't trash. It's not going to be a dud. It was actually pretty damn good. And here's why. And here we go. Heath Ledger, my favorite Joker. He says it best. Before we get into it, let me just go ahead and tell you what I usually do. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, this is the first time you're seeing me, please subscribe. Please hit that notification bell because I don't want you to miss any material that I upload. Please give me that thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm. Don't ask me how. All I know is that it does help. Leave a comment because I do read your comments and I do respond. Now, before I get into it, let me pronounce it correctly because it looks like Shang, but it's actually Shang. Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is a movie about a little boy who wanted to do something, be something for his father, but just couldn't do it. His mother and both father had like supernatural powers. His father was, of course, the Mandarin. Oh, before I go any further, if you read the title, this is a full spoiler. So if you have not seen the movie and you don't want to know what the movie is, you don't want to spoil it, then I'm telling you, cut it off now because I'm going to go into full spoilers. I'm going to go into why I like it. I'm also going to give you a grade at the end of my video. So getting back to it. Shang-Chi was a little boy that was kind of caught between two worlds. His mother was kind and gentle, and she had supernatural powers, martial arts powers and stuff, kind of control the elements, so to speak. And her dad, and his dad was the Mandarin, who lived at least 1,000 years, according to what they told us in the movie. And he had the rings, the 10 rings that he wore on his arms. When they were in normal, I guess, resting mode, they were like bracelets. But whenever he wanted to swing into action, they would like go up his arm for him, become extremely tight. He had several powers. He could like connect them, use them as whips. He could shoot them. He could use propulsion blast and blast himself in the air. And I guess they gave him long life. We're not sure where they're from. Not sure how he got them. It didn't show all that. It just showed that over the centuries, the things in the countries in the world and the things that he conquered. And his organization was called the 10 Rings. And the 10 Rings, according to the movie, changed the course of future countries, dictators, all kind of stuff. He had a hand in it. And how he got his name Mandarin is that he did something for the United States. And the man wanted to name him some kind of Oriental thing or something. So he came up with Mandarin, the Mandarin, which is a fucking orange. And he kind of chuckled at that because he tells his son and his daughter about how he became the Mandarin and how he got named the Mandarin. But he said it suited his purposes. Now, going back, Shang-Chi, at a very early age, he learned karate, martial arts. His dad, of course, being the Mandarin, had his best warriors or whatever teach him and show him the ways of martial arts. And he became like probably the best martial artist other than his dad on the planet. His sister also became a great martial artist as well. But what it shows is that the Mandarin had conquered so many things and so many people that he found this mystical island, I can't think of the name of it, where the Mandarins met his future wife, which is Shang-Chi's mother. And they fell in love, and they had 2 children, Shang-Chi and his sister. They had to leave that island, but once she left the island and renounced the island, she lost her powers. She was bad. She defeated the Mandarin when they first fought. And then the Mandarin, he gave up his rings. He put them in his box, and neither one of them had powers, and they were aging normally. But the Mandarin had created so many enemies from his past that when he was out getting provisions or whatever, food, supplies, whatever, a bunch of people came, and they killed his wife. And that's when he became the Mandarin again. He taught his son how to fight. He found the people that killed his wife, all except the leader. And he saved that one for Shang-Chi. And when Shang-Chi was 14, he gave him the order to go kill the guy. But Shang-Chi didn't do it, never came back, and he lived his life until he was grown, 20-something, a grown man. The dad always knew where his kids were at. But then when the time was right, he came and got them because each one of them had some kind of pendant that was actually tied to some kind of dragon statue that gave them directions to how to get through some kind of maze, because the Mandarin said he could hear his wife's voice and that the people from the village kidnapped his wife and put her behind this great, gigantic, scaly dragon scale door. But actually was an evil being behind there. For this intents and purpose, we're going to call this being the soul sucker, because whenever it sucked souls, it would become stronger. It had little baby versions of itself that would go out and suck the individual souls and bring it back, and it would feed off of them. So it shows the progression of how Shang-Chi gets his sister and try to protect the sister. But him and his sister are estranged because he left her when he was 14, never came back for her. So she waited for him for 6 years, and then she left. Then she made her own world, some kind of fight club, underground fight club, where she's like the top, the queen of it. But then the dad sent like his henchman to come get him and her, and took their jade pendants. And then those jade pendants he put into the statue of the dragon he had in his house eyes, and it showed him the way to get back to the mom's village, where he's going to try to go and save her. But like I said, he was hearing the evil voice of the soul sucker, and the soul sucker can find the person's greatest desire and sound that person's greatest love or whatever that's going to make them tick, and call to them to try to open the door. And the soul sucker knew that the 10 rings were powerful enough to crack the door to let the soul sucker out. But it was the Mandarin's wife village. It was their duty and their honor, and their sole duty was to protect anybody from cracking that door, because they knew if the soul sucker got out into the world, it would destroy the whole world. So they told all this to Shang-Chi and his sister. The mother provided them with uniforms because she knew they were coming back. And then that's when we see the red Shang-Chi uniform he puts on. And then it's him and his father. Him and his father, they're fighting, and the father gets the best of them. Father goes over and starts cracking the shell, the dragon's scale door, and letting slowly but surely some of the baby soul suckers out. He kind of knocks Shang-Chi into the water, this big gigantic lake that divides the island from the desert. The dragon's door, the dragon scale door, where the soul sucker is behind. So while he's in the water, you can see bubbles coming back up. They put oxygen into his lungs, and then you can see the big dragon. You probably saw it in the trailer. The dragon in the water. The dragon is like the protector of that island. And then the dragon helps him fight the soul sucker. But then there's a point where the soul sucker gets the best of the dragon. And then Aquafina, who is Shang-Chi's best friend, she's able to learn how to shoot archery, and she has an arrow that has the dragon's scale on it, and that's the only thing that can pierce the soul sucker. So in the one shot, she shoots it, and it pierces his throat long enough to let him drop the dragon, because he was about to steal the dragon's soul. And if he'd have steal the dragon's soul, he would have been unstoppable. So once he did that, Shang-Chi and the dragon were able to defeat the soul sucker. But kind of fast forwarding back, or rewinding back, Shang-Chi and his dad fought once Shang-Chi was resurrected out of the water. And Shang-Chi was able to get 5 of the rings for the dad and change them into his color. If you see some of the fighting and stuff, you can see where the dad has like the white rings and Shang-Chi has the red rings. Shang-Chi, when he has control of the rings, they're red. And then him and his dad are fighting, and he's equally matched. He defeats the dad, and then he decides not to kill the dad, because there's a point where he could kill his father, but he chose not to. The soul sucker grabs the dad and steals the dad's souls. But the dad, before he dies, relinquished all 10 rings to Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi gets the rings, and now he's all powerful now. And also, this is shades of Dragon Ball Z, because There's a point where he makes the 10 rings into a ball. It looks like the Kamehameha wave. He's also running on the dragon's back as he's flying, and it looks like shades of when Goku was running on the dragon's back on Snake Way. When he's flying, those shades of like how Goku when he flies and stuff. And also in a part of the movie, Aquafina, his friend, said that Shang-Chi used a Kamehameha wave, which is Goku's main offensive weapon. So the look was of Dragon Ball Z, some of the references for Dragon Ball Z, some of the things they did, like from the fight moves, the martial arts, all that are shades of Dragon Ball Z, which gives me hope because I love me some Dragon Ball Z. The Mandarin could be the perfect Vegeta, or he could be the perfect Frieza. Shang-Chi, the actor that plays Shang-Chi, could be Goku. I'm just telling you, this movie was very good. I'm not going to say it's the best MCU movie. I think it's the best origin story that I've seen in a while. Some people said that I was talking to other streams that this ranks between in the top five. No, it's not top five. I did the ranking, and to me, it's middle of the pack because it's been 25 MCU movies, and it ranks about 12. There's 11 movies I like better than this: Iron Man 1 and 2, Thor 1 and 3, Captain America 2, Civil War, Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame, Black Panther, Homecoming. Those are 11 movies I like better than this. So on my list, it ranks about 12. But if you haven't seen it, please go check it out. Look for this movie. Check this movie out for yourself because you're going to hear a lot of people say one way or the other, but you need to go and determine and check it out. It's only going to be available in theaters for 45 days. Then it's going to go to Disney Plus. By the time, if you don't go and see it, it's going to be probably a lot stale. You'll probably be able to see some of the stuff on these bootleg Fire Sticks and stuff. I don't know. I don't do that. I didn't do that. I went and saw it Thursday night, the night before the actual opening. So if you get opportunity, go check it out, man. I give this movie a strong B plus. B plus movie. I would definitely go see it again. It is not boring. If you like martial arts, then this is the movie for you because it shows a lot of martial arts. I'm telling you, the bus scene fight he did, it was fire, man. I mean, you can see it had shades of Jackie Chan all over it. His sister was hell. She had like this swinging, kind of like if you watch Mortal Kombat, when he tied that spear to the end of the cord and was able to throw it and stuff. That was her main weapon, and she was hell with it. So, Shang-Chi, yeah, he's a bad man. And now he got those rings. And then also we saw in there Wong was in there with Abomination. And at the end, the first end scene credit, we see Wong, Captain Marvel, and Bruce Banner. He's not Professor Hulk, but his arm is in a sling. And then they're analyzing and talking about the 10 rings and how long they've been in existence. So we don't know where that's leading. As far as a multitude of madness, but definitely Wong came and got them out of the nightclub they were in, the karaoke bar, and brought them to the sanctum. Like I said, he had the holographic images of Captain Marvel and Bruce Banner, and they were all sitting there and discussing and trying to figure out just how long these rings been in existence. And according to Bruce, it's been like over 4,000 years these rings have been around. So we don't know where they're coming from. Could be tied to the Eternals, could be tied to Doctor Strange. We don't know quite yet. But they definitely got some kind of connection. So definitely waiting to see the next movie, see if it gives us a little more pieces of the pie. Also, the second one, I didn't like the second end scene credit. It's good. It just showed the sister back at her father's island. She had recreated his 10 rings. And then you can see that she had a bunch of females practicing doing kata and stuff with sticks. And the organization she rebuilt. And now she's taking over, I guess, the 10 rings. So we don't know whether she's going to be bad, an anti-hero, good, not sure. That's just how it leaves it off. So tell me, based on what I've heard, I know I kind of jumped all over the place, so I apologize for that. But I hope you got the gist of what I was trying to explain to you. Shang-Chi is a good movie. I give it a strong B+. You need to go check it out. Any comments you have, please leave down below because I will read them and get back to you. Check me out later on tonight on Bigger Ford Entertainment. We'll be doing the What If episode 4 roundtable. Please check it out. It's usually a good panel, a good time. So until next time, take it easy and peace.